Spirits with Spirits. Welcome in, everyone. I am your host, John Watkins. That's your host, David Lowe, and we are Spirits with Spirits. I totally fucked that up.
Oh, crazy.
But this is another exclusive episode for Scare Network Television. We've been drinking.
There's been alcohol involved.
All involved.
Because I just gotta say, we're filming these look back episodes, and this is now the third one.
And if you watch your shows, I drink.
And I don't, which makes me a lightweight. So mine just said murdered. Because yes, John murdered that intro. I thought for sure when we started that we were just going to be giggling because we were laughing before you hit record. Oh. Because you actually didn't hit record.
I didn't hit record. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. Oh shit! I didn't press record, and I'm sitting there going, "I was ready to start the intro, bro." Oh my god, it's too funny.
Oh, so we're continuing on with the look back here, and this is a special look back for us. Yes. This is a look back again at beginning of season 2, or was this still season 1 here?
This was still season 1. This was season 1, episode 23.
That's right. So it's still season 1, but this is a special one. This is an episode that we shot with Dave on location at Village Antiques in Three Rivers, California. So I'm just throwing it out there. You guys want to go check out a cool antique shop? Go to Three Rivers, go to Village Antiques. Just give that a little plug.
And I mean, dude, this was a live investigation.
We're 3.5 hours we're on the show, maybe 4 hours.
It was about 3.5. It was about 3.5 live.
Yeah.
And then I was there for at least 4 hours before that. Yeah. Setting up, doing baseline readings. And I was getting activity all the way through.
Yeah. And then this is one that, of course, has never had a score put to it. And when me and Dave were discussing our look backs and figuring out locations and cryptids and all the stuff that we wanted to talk about, it was like, we got to do Village Antiques. You were there, and it was crazy. I got
not likely
seeing that with you there, especially. I mean, there's a part where Dave opens up this door to this cabinet, and I'm just telling you, it was weird. It was very weird feeling. In fact, I woed it when it happened. Well,
there was a couple points with that, and there was some stuff that I don't recall me doing.
Oh, interesting.
So because I'm watching this thing and I'm like, I don't remember this.
Yeah. That's interesting. So Dave is awesome being a technical director and has
I put a
up
whole bunch of
quite
shit
a
together.
put a bunch of shit together, quite a few video clips that we're gonna check out during this show. Um,
And
and
we're gonna
I'm
talk
scared.
about what
I'm scared.
I'm scared, dude. And we're gonna talk about what I experienced, what John experienced
Yeah,
witnessing this.
yeah,
We also had people in the chat live
yeah,
seeing stuff where they were pointing things out to us.
yeah.
And that was really amazing.
It's
So
dark.
it is
So
dark.
so
we're
we're not
gonna we had some great interaction with the fans,
oh, yeah.
and we had great interaction with the spirits there. There's a couple things that very interesting.
Yeah.
And like I said, there were things that I didn't remember
That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting to see,
from
and I'm
from the
pretty
investigation that I was like, oh wow. And
and I don't
we'll talk about that. And something in the cabinet.
I am in pain.
I understand that, but
me too.
there was something in that occult cabinet that I don't remember talking about.
Oh,
But then when it came up, and it wasn't the cabinet, and it wasn't that chest with the drawers, because those we remember
yeah.
something else in there too. And it
Oh,
was something that I did not want to touch.
okay. Alright.
So I got that on film too, along with that cabinet bit. So that's going to be the last part that we show.
I'm
That's just
interested to see
that
what
that's the
clips
6-minute video. But
yeah, I'm interested
then
in clips of
yeah,
what you
but
put
then
together.
I actually brought some of those objects home, and we did an episode later
For attached
for
objects show.
haunted objects. And that's got to be considered too, because those were objects that were from the antique shop that I
Yes.
brought here, and we got different readings on.
Yeah.
And then I took them back. So there was actually some really good stuff in here, and a lot of evidence,
Yeah.
be it
Yeah.
personal experiences or things that we saw, sounds that we heard. And I honestly didn't grab everything.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we could have watched this whole damn thing. It was probably hard to find clips.
Yeah.
Just because
This
you
if
wanted
we'd have
the
watched
whole
this whole if we'd have watched the whole thing, it would have been
a
we
3
would
hour
have taken 5 hours to
I
watch
know.
this 3.5 hour thing.
Give it to me.
I know, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Um, but
Ugh,
yeah, I have like, I don't know, 14 or 15 different videos that we can
yeah.
watch. Including check this out. So this is from before we started.
Okay.
I was doing a baseline reading with the ghost tube,
Oh, yes, I remember this.
and I got this happened to me twice. Now I'm going to play it, see if you can hear it. And then I'll let you know what I determined with this, what I found out.
Gabriel.
Who's Gabriel? Is that you tapping on the glass again?
Oh, yeah. Whoa. Whoa.
So it was like, so this happened before I even went in the store.
Watching you.
So I'm standing outside the store, and I'm waiting for John McWilliams as the owner. And John, I want to thank you again for letting me in there. He also wants me to come back and also do an investigation of his home,
That'd be awesome.
which will be it'll be awesome. But I'm standing outside the window. Whoa, you just got a proximity hit.
Evidently, there was something there when I turned it on.
Oh,
Yeah, it was working fine.
yep.
Okay. Oh,
So,
sorry. Yeah, Dave.
so anyway, so yeah, it's like about 4 hours before the show, I'm waiting for John to get there to open the door for me. And I'm standing in front of the window, and I can feel
something tapping on it.
something tapping on the glass. And I'm like, there's nobody inside the shop. I'm looking in. I'm like, something's tapping on the glass trying to get my attention. And when I got inside and I started doing the baseline sweep, it was doing it again. So I recorded it.
Haunt.
And yeah, it's a haunt. All right. So I said, is that you tapping on the glass? And then I got one loud one. like I pissed him off. Yeah, I'm tapping on the glass, bastard. That was before I even got started.
Okay, so on that video, was that a huge breath that I heard or growl in between the taps?
There was definitely a breath there, but it might have been me.
It, possible. It could have been you. It didn't sound like you, but it could have been you.
Could have been me. I have asthma, so it could have been me. And I know I was having trouble breathing through this damn thing.
Oh yeah.
But so let's go into the.
I hear you.
Thank you. I'm glad you can hear me. So the first, basically, I like recorded from the start.
Yeah.
And I basically talk about stuff that's already happened before the show even started, experiences that I've had. So check this out. This is Village Antiques in Three Rivers. John McWilliams is the owner. Thank you so much, John, for allowing me to come into your second home and take a look around.
I got a fly in my house.
There's a fly in my suit. I have already had some paranormal experiences. I got tapping on glass. I got footsteps. I got, name of Gabriel came through the ghost tube. I also got the words run and flames, which was very ominous. While we were doing our tests, I got demon, and earlier I got hell. So this is going to be a fun show.
Yeah. You keep seeing something going on in the corner of your eye. You keep looking over your shoulder.
Yeah. I could swear either I would hear like a footstep or I would see something out of the corner of my eye, and it kept making me turn, and then I couldn't see anything. But it was like something kept moving off to my right. And it was on the side where the windows are, which is where the highway is.
Yeah.
But those windows are covered.
Yeah. Yeah, because we didn't get no light shine from cars driving by. Very rarely did you hear something unless it was a really big vehicle that came through. You didn't really hear much of anything.
Yeah.
So yeah. So for you to keep looking over your shoulder like that,
What do I do?
Very, very. The feeling there felt very ominous the whole time you were there. Even I was feeling it. I was like, "Oh, this place just doesn't feel right."
Be quiet.
And we talk about the connection when we're live.
Yeah.
And how that kind of opens up a portal or whatever you want to call it, but it opens up something. And I think that was happening during this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, of course, during the show, I had a nasty habit of chewing.
That was before you started the vaping and doing all the other stuff. But yeah, I had, as soon as I had locked everything up and I was in there by myself, I felt uneasy the whole time.
Oh yes. Yeah, I remember us talking during, before we even started recording, that you were talking about your feeling and everything that was going on.
Yeah. All right, so let's go on to the second bit of footage that I have, and then we can talk about that.
There's a buzz in the air tonight, Dave. There is a buzz in the air.
There's a palpable hue, and the hairs on the back of my neck are up right now. There is something breathing on the back of my neck. So there's something standing behind me. Okay, so I'm gonna ignore that for a second.
I really gotta change out of these gray shirts. Sorry. Sorry, I love these shirts, damn it.
Wait, what, you got like 50 of them? Shit.
Yeah, dude, I got a bunch of them, man. I'm sorry. My favorites, man. My plain grays. I love them.
Yeah, well, this goes to so we were talking about Ohio State Reformatory
Yeah, that
and how
feeling.
people
Yeah.
feel this like an ominous presence behind them, breathing
Which,
down their neck. What did it say?
which,
Okay. And I'm like, oh, and that's an interesting thing because during that show we were supposed to have a witch.
yes. During that show, we were supposed to have a witch who ended up in the hospital.
Who ended up in the hospital.
Again, that I don't know
Is
if it was.
is that connected? Is that a paranormal connection to what happened? Because we were also supposed to have Ralph Sarchi,
Yeah.
and
Well,
Ralph was like, "Oh no, I'm not doing an interview while you're on an investigation. That's not
Yeah.
happening.
It's like, no, 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 no.
No, no, no."
Gonna happen.
And mine
Not,
just said,
and then
"Don't."
I'm gonna have to deal with it. What did it say?
It said, "Don't."
No, yeah.
But yeah, it was really interesting because we had slated a couple people to come onto the show, and neither of them were able to do it.
Yeah. One ended up in the hospital, and the one was just flat out like, yeah, Ralph was like,
Yep.
I can't be, no, because something's gonna happen, and he's gonna have to deal with it. And yeah, he wasn't ready for that.
Yeah. So it was interesting, but yeah, I felt, and I can look back on it now, and I was like, I was being intimidated.
You were being attacked from the get-go when you got there.
Yeah. Now this dude was on me like think on shit, and it was from the jump. I was being harassed. I was being
there
followed.
is.
I was being. I was. There were a couple times where I was touched,
Yeah.
but only once from somebody else, from another entity that was in there, and I actually have footage of that. But there's an interesting point, and I recorded a whole bunch of things, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not even an hour into this, so
Yeah.
I need to start picking up the pace. So the there's the first like 5 or 6 of these is from almost the first hour, and then
Okay.
I start peeling off and getting into just some of the major good stuff as we move forward.
Let's check him out.
Let's check out the third bit that I got
I
here.
remember.
I'm glad you remember.
Being on location. This is totally new for
It's the first
the
time.
show.
Yeah.
First time ever on the show. We're in a so one of us is in a location other than my own haunted house.
Right.
What's the feel there, Dave? What's the feel you got being in that place?
Wow. This is an interesting question. Okay, so I mean, right now I've got tingles on the back of my neck. I've got something's going on, but there's many spirits in this place.
Yeah,
I can feel them. It's
I think you're telling me that antique shop goes from what 1800s to World War II?
1850 memorabilia to World War II. And I'm actually standing next to a case that is completely filled with World War II objects. And there is a knife in there that I feel has an attachment on it. So I will probably be pulling that out to see if we can get anything from it.
Yeah.
But as far as feeling, I'm agitated. I'm nervous. I feel like I'm unfocused right now. Like I said, I feel like there's someone standing behind me, breathing on my neck, and someone pretty darn tall. So that lends into the feels, everything I was feeling there at the start.
Oh yeah.
And it made me unfocused. I was not able to concentrate.
Oh, you can see it, and you can see it, especially
I
those first
I
2
was
hours.
I was jittery. I was like, I felt like something was on me.
Yeah.
And
Maybe.
maybe. And I'm telling you, I've never drank so much beer in so little time.
Yeah, Dave drank that night too.
I drank like a fish that night. I was pounding. I realized I took 9 beers with me and they were gone.
You drank like me.
I did. I did a John. I usually don't. I'll drink, during these shows, I'll drink maybe 4.
Yeah, I drink way more
But
than
no,
that.
that place that place had me nervous, bro. I was nervous.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Uh,
no, and you could tell it. You could tell by your statue. That's why I asked that question. Is I wanted the audience to hear or see
Amazing.
what
Thank
you
you.
were feeling, and that's why I asked that question. I wanted you to articulate what was happening to you, because I
Mhm.
could see it from the get go. I saw it when we before we even hit record. I saw the
Can you
attack
hear it?
to you. You could see it in your face, you could see it in the body language, you could see how you
Are you
talked
okay?
that you were being attacked.
Mhm. And and I come to find out there was more to it than that. I wasn't just being attacked, there was something else going on. Um, you ready to go on to the next bit?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Like I'm completely
To
now
above
on.
my head, Erica?
Well, yeah, I don't know if she's seen it above my head.
I don't see anything above my head, but like I said, I think there's someone standing like right here.
Yeah, she said above your head. I
It's
I wish I could tell you what it was.
it's unnerving. He's still standing there.
I remember this.
And I get like behind me.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And but I haven't heard any footsteps.
And
He
then
hasn't
Erica
left,
calls
but
this
he's
out.
stepped back a little bit. He's not crowding me anymore.
Okay. All right, I want to try something out here real quick, Dave. So hopefully I don't lose you. If I do, you got the
Holly's
link
pointing.
still right there.
I can jump back on.
All right, give me a second. Let me try something. Did not work. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Foolish.
I don't know what's going on. I have completely lost you except for your audio.
This is the point I wanted to make. This is
Yes.
affecting our equipment.
Do you want me to drop and come back?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop you completely out. Give me all right, everybody. give me 5 seconds here. I'm gonna lose Dave and we're gonna bring him right back in. Give me 1 second. All right, Dave, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
I was expecting to be dead here. Just like
This is weird. I've never seen this.
Speak.
Oh,
This has never happened to us at
never
this point.
seen this happen. So give me 5 seconds to figure this out. And now I got Dave back. And there we go. Yeah. All right. thank you everybody for
that was the first time that our equipment had been affected.
Yeah. We had never had this happen before.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell's going on? And I was like, what? Wait, hold on. Let me try something. And I understand what they're talking about. I understand about what's talking about over your head because there's a picture
Touch.
in the shadows that, again, it's our Facebook wallpaper.
Yeah, it's that.
And that face I still think of that face and those the horns that are popping up.
Yeah, and if you look at it, there's like more faces in there.
Yeah.
And is it like that thing where you keep seeing faces and stuff, like you see Jesus in a piece of toast? I don't know.
Our tits in a
But
cloud.
the very fact that, I was there, I felt breath on me, I heard growls. And then to see that, I'm like,
Come
that looks like
closer.
horns. And then we started going, dude,
What
there's
you
a
want?
face. Dude, there's another face. Oh shit, there's another face. And it was like
Yeah.
It was like this entity had trapped souls.
Yeah. To this day, that is still our background image on our Facebook page because
Yeah.
that was to this day, I'm still baffled by it.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
only
yeah, it
thing
was
that got me more baffled is the day the orbs fucking exploded to my left here and
Dude.
fucking went everywhere and then come back and then go across everything. I mean, that was
crazy. But that we got that one on our YouTube page. That was amazing.
Show yourself.
Show yourself.
I'm right here. How about you show yourself? How about that?
Yeah, you show yourself. All right, I'm going to the next piece.
All right, let's go, man. I'm digging this.
Wait, I think because I had two that were the same length. So I think this one's next.
That's interesting. I bring you back into full screen and now it's starting to go off again. So tonight's going to be interesting. So here shortly we should be having two people popping in.
Oh yeah.
Right,
Let's see what's going on.
I got hit in the back of my neck and I wasn't sure what was going on.
Oh my god. Hold on. Pause that. Oh, it's gone now.
Unfortunately, I can't. If I hit it, it just stops.
Oh my god! Right when you said that, and you're like, I got hit, and then you start grabbing your chest too,
Right?
And a face ends up right next to your I guess your left shoulder.
Yeah. No, it was like something. It was like something went like on my neck, like right here, and pulled me.
Like literally, like
it was like something went like that to me.
Did you see how you froze up there?
Yeah.
When you freeze up, if you look over to your left shoulder, you'll see a face looking down at you. That's crazy. And again, it could be the cloud thing. It could be,
could be.
But with what was going on there,
let's look at it again. That's a play from the beginning, because when it's a video clip, I can't touch it. But if I shared the screen and I had this, we could do it that way. But I'd rather have the video clips on there. That way, you or I could play them. But yeah, let's check it out again, and we'll see if we can catch that point. But we'll let it finish all the way through.
That's interesting. I bring you back into full screen, and now it's starting to go off again.
Used to be over to your right, Dave.
So tonight's going to be interesting. So here shortly we should be having
the direction I turned or the other way.
The other direction. Look, you go like this. You turn around.
Let's see what's going on.
And then you and you go, and then right there.
Oh, I see it. And then it froze the camera too.
Oh, right there. You see it?
Yeah, it's like you see it. The face was like that. It was like, yeah. I just got chills, bro. Like all here.
You heard that? I'm getting.
And then I heard something in the back, and Erica heard it too.
I'm picking up a shadow figure in the corner. Oh,
what was that? Sound like a jar.
I think that might have been the power cord to my laptop.
Okay.
Good.
Do you see that in the back corner as the light starts to come back? See that on the roof, the ceiling?
Yeah.
Watch it move.
But, geez, okay, I gotta. Well, that was interesting.
Huh. That corner, I'll tell you, man, that corner is the one that's been bothering me ever since me and you started talking.
Yeah, it was tall. Whatever that shadow was, it was tall.
Oh,
Erica
right
heard it.
I heard something. I turned, and there was a figure standing in the back corner. I mean, easily 6 foot, 6'2".
What year is it?
Wow.
dude.
Because it goes that face, and then bam, you have something over there. I'm telling you. Oh,
like a shadow figure like came up on me.
Yeah, it was like boom. It was like
Kevin.
went.
And then like that, and then it kind of went,
Dude,
and then it pulled back. And I was literally like, what the something?
Yeah, because you're all
I felt like I was pulled. And I was like, what the? And I
you
turned
step
and
up
I turned
and you
back and
go
I'm like, oh, that
and
kind of hurt. And I went like
you go
that.
like
And
this.
then the screen froze.
Yeah, you move over like this, and it's like bam, woof,
Yeah.
and then woof, and then you're like, I
And then
heard
I'm like, oh, I heard something, and Erica heard
What
it.
should
And then I
I
was like,
do?
there's a shadow. I turned and I was like, there's a shadow figure in the corner. And then you can kind of make it out. It goes up to the ceiling.
so it wasn't me, right? Seeing that face, right? Like
No,
that wasn't seeing a
no,
tit.
that was badass. I didn't see that before this. I remembered the shadow figure and Erica saying that she heard what I heard. Man, that was cool.
This first time we broke down this show, so
Yeah. I mean,
oh,
I was grabbing pieces of it. We've never broken it down together.
yeah. Ugh. Let's move on to the next, Dave. That was good. That was
On to
good.
the next.
Listen, listen, listen.
I'm
In the
listening.
corner.
What am I listening for?
Listen,
All of a
Murdered.
sudden,
See
I'm
how it's
getting
getting
these.
darker?
Okay.
It's so dark.
listen. Listen, listen, listen.
Oh my God.
Listen, listen.
This is where everything goes wrong.
It's where everything goes.
This
wrong.
is where everything goes wrong. This was the biggest mistake I ever made the whole night.
Listen. Listen, listen. Listen.
Okay. My ghost tube didn't have Tourette's
No,
before that point.
no.
And it was at that first hour, I was like, I'm going to put a protection spell around me. And then it started stuttering.
It got mad.
There was more to it than that. And I
You
want to talk
trapped it.
about it.
You trapped it
Because I not only did it really piss off the shadow figure, but there was something else going on. Let's go on to the next piece. But there was a shadow figure in the corner as I was coming in, and it said, listen, listen, listen. In that corner, there was a shadow figure, and it just kept getting darker and darker.
Oh,
In that, yeah, that was freaky. I was like, dude, that was a trip. But it made me stop in my tracks because I was like, whoa.
What's going on?
All right, let's go to the next piece. This one's a little shorter.
Just enough to kind of help me out a little bit.
What was that?
Right?
That was a growl.
Yeah.
That was
Are you okay?
I don't know anymore.
that was a growl.
Something growled at me.
It
was right here.
He said,
And I was like,
it goes through, are you okay?
are you okay? I don't know. Turtle poked its head out. I cut it off. I shit my pants just a little bit.
I had to throw away them shorts.
I know. I gotta get a whole new pair of pants. Now it was literally like right in my ear.
Dude, I was like, what was that?
It came out. And I was like, and you were like, what was that? I'm like, shit, I don't know.
At this point in time, Dave doesn't have this awesome setup. Dave has this mic. Like it's
yeah, I have this bit. I have just like a headset with a microphone on it.
So
I don't have this glorious thing
How do I use
Yeah.
it?
that I have now
so that means it literally came up to him and went
in my microphone.
in his microphone for
Yeah.
it to be
And-
that loud.
And it's in my left ear. So it came up around and went,
Oh, so good.
oh,
I feel for you, but so good.
dude,
Dude,
telling you.
tell you
So
about one of these days. I'm gonna tell you about the conversations I've been having.
so so there's a point, and I think this is around that point. There's a point. So we did an SLS reading,
Oh yes,
and I picked up a figure,
yeah,
but we debunked it as it
Yeah.
being that Indian statue.
yes. I remember
I
that.
found out later that that's
possible.
it's possible that that was an actual figure because statues and stuff should not register in the SLS.
Oh, talking with the creators.
Yeah, talking with how SLS works and stuff and with paranormal investigations, they said like statues and figures and things like that aren't supposed to set it off. So
Oh.
that figure may not have been the statue itself, but may have been something in front of the statue that was pretending to be the statue.
All right, and I take it you got that clip.
I don't think I grabbed it. I grabbed something after where I talked about it.
Okay.
Where we debunked it. And I think that's this. But yeah, I kept going back and forth, and I know it was like right around, it was in the first hour. And I'm like, I recorded
Louder.
like 6 or 7 bits in the first hour. So I didn't want to get that. But that's why I wanted to talk about it, because I do mention it in this clip and how we were like, oh, it might have been just the Indian figure. Okay, this one's about 4 minutes long, so I am speaking.
Okay.
Let's take a look at this.
Take a look.
Because like
Are you okay? Are you okay?
like that seems like an echo, like it's moving back and forth. And see, now it's starting to do that because it does that all the time at my house.
Yeah, that's
Here we're
mine doesn't
talking
do that
about
at all.
But like I said, I think it's because of the spells and stuff that I put up, the wards.
Cool.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I agree. It is a strong projection for it to be echoing.
I think that was protection, or
That's
Right.
a strong,
oh, it might be projection.
but magnifying its energy.
Right. No, I'm just
Right there, I
I'm
got
just feeding it. It's
Man,
it's draining me.
I don't remember what that was, but it was like I had a bad taste in my mouth.
Early. It is a little early. A little
I
too
don't know how
early to
dark it gets.
be draining them. I need to quit that shit.
Yeah, see, there's like a second shadow. Do you see that?
Yeah, there's a person in it.
Yeah, there's my shadow, and then there's another shadow next to it.
Yeah, I remember.
That's where
yeah.
I keep getting like little blips in the background. I don't know if it's just a connection or
I
if
need
I'm
to go.
seeing that. You need to go? All right. Well, thanks for joining.
Appreciate it.
I need a level of protection, a barrier spell on you.
Yeah. I did one during the break.
Sister.
So, and I think that's why it's starting to repeat. Man. I feel like somebody punched me in the chest.
Put
Bracelet.
that barrier spell on. Now they're just trying harder.
That's key right there.
Okay. So
Cheater.
Okay,
Judge.
did you just hear that?
Huh?
Yes.
You
I
did
heard
that?
judge.
No. You didn't hear that in your headset?
No.
No.
No. That's that dude.
That was another growl.
I didn't hear it in my headset, but I heard it behind me. No.
Am I
No,
dead?
he's on my left side.
That's a computer and then judge is what it said. Yeah, I think it's like mad that you put a barrier spell up.
Yeah. No, he's pissed at me. Ooh, okay. Look, I'm just trying to protect myself. I still want to talk to you. Ah. Stop that. I feel like I'm under attack.
That's something there when you leaned over.
Yes.
It had it. No, that's the feeling. Yeah, that you're under attack right now.
Sure.
Yeah.
And,
Just
and
did it
even my
again.
ghost tube says sure, it agrees.
No, I'm not okay.
And Erica says, "Can you put a barrier spell on the Indian?"
It just growled again.
Wow, yeah. I think
Sad.
I can. I don't know if the Indian was the spot. I looked like I got an SLS figure.
But it
next
could just
to
be
it.
picking up the Indian
It could
itself.
just- I think it was picking up the Indian itself. So I don't think that was it.
Okay. There's a lot to unpack out of that.
Multiple different growls.
Yes. Multiple growls. We had one that came in over the top of us
Yes.
in the feed.
Yeah.
And you caught it, but I didn't.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, did you hear
But
that?
I felt the growl behind me. And then I was like, okay. And then this is the point where I want to talk about it. I felt like I was being punched in the chest. I felt like I was having a heart attack.
Yeah, I remember that. I was actually beginning to get a little worried about you.
And in fact, there's a point where the ghost tube said heart attack.
Yes.
And here it took me months to realize that wasn't an attack. What that was I was reliving someone's death.
Yes.
Murdered.
I remember us talking
And I
about
just got
that.
murdered on my thing.
I
So
remember us talking about that.
yeah. So what I did, and whether it was an attached object where someone died wearing it, or someone actually died there, because it used to be a butcher shop.
Yep.
And I know the owner
Idiot.
died there, and I think he died of a heart attack. I don't know which one I was feeling, but when I put the barrier spell around myself, I trapped myself with that death,
Yeah.
and it just came at me in full force.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure I saw something when you bent over. There was something standing there.
Yeah.
You bent over because you're all
Because I was feeling the pain, so I was like, I doubled
and
over.
there was someone standing right there. I should say right here.
Yeah.
Oh, this was such a good episode. I feel for you, Dave, but it's such a good episode.
Thanks, bro. Okay.
There was something definitely mad in that place. They did not want you there.
No, something was definitely pissed at me. I was definitely being attacked, but like I said, there was something else going on too. All right, let's go on to the next piece. There is a point here where I'm also being
Hold.
physically touched. I think it's either in this one or the next one.
Hold.
I don't know if I'm okay.
It's asking again. Have you lost your mind?
Are you sure?
Okay, so I'm going over to the cabinet in the back.
Interesting.
Oh, don't even do that to me.
What did it say?
It said heart attack.
Here.
It said heart attack. And I've been having chest pains for the last few minutes. I'm here to investigate. I'm here to talk to you.
I love how the floor creaks, dude.
Is this where I saw the thing crawling across the ceiling?
Yes.
It's just me.
See, this one or right after it.
The background
Because
noise is
Kevin
so
saw it
going
too.
with what you're doing right now.
Right? Okay, I'm gonna open the cabinet. Don't. I just heard a knock on the cabinet.
Got a little Pandora's box shit happening over there.
Well, hopefully not a Dybbuk box. That would suck.
Yeah.
Open the cabinet. No, come on, let me. There we go.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me open the cabinet.
Watching you.
Yeah.
It's watching you, Dave.
Thanks.
I think we're all watching
Invisible.
Oh, yeah.
you, Dave. It says it's invisible,
Look
Dave.
on the ceiling. Look on the ceiling.
Sometimes I feel like somebody's watching me.
Don't even. Yes, I can feel that. You're close. Okay, something just touched my ear. Something is still touching my ear, my right ear. Natalie, is that you? That's a very female.
Kayla says blow in its face.
No, that did not work.
You know.
God, stop. Okay. Well, I'm not getting anything since I opened the cabinet. I'm still getting something now. It's touching my neck on my right side. Ooh, I got it. Okay. I got an EMF spike on these pictures.
Yeah, I hear it going off.
Ooh.
Okay, so that
It
was
smells.
it smells.
Interesting.
That's weird. So yeah, so that it was at that point that I found the box of the old pictures.
Yes. Those pictures were amazing. By
Those
the way.
pictures were amazing. And that that was one of the objects that I brought home so that we could test it on the Haunted Objects show. And the EMF was buried. It buried the needle. It was so high. The EMF was so high from the box until I took the pictures out. And then there was no reading from the box.
No reading from the box.
And then each of the pictures didn't have any reading.
No.
But we figured out that all of them together, like the EMF just stacked up and stacked up.
Yeah.
It was so weird. It was such a cool find.
Yeah.
That was just amazing. All right. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. This is what I want to show you. This was the weird one. So I went outside for a break because you had said, hey, go get a breath of fresh air, go outside, do this kind of stuff, right? So there's a point here that I don't remember. And this is it right here. I don't remember doing any of this.
Worship.
I don't know what's going on here, bro.
What are you doing back over there?
I have no idea.
Your look is
Not likely. Watching you. Holy water.
And then here I remember. No, not quite. There's a part where I say I'm going to sit down or something. And then that I remembered, but that was it. That. I remembered that.
but your whole demeanor changes when you do that. You're like, I'm gonna be right here.
Yeah. That was like what I remember. I remember going outside.
Yeah.
I came in. I went to the bathroom. And then I turned the light off and I walked over there and I said, I'm going to sit. I'm gonna be over here. That's all I remember.
So your thing is, you came out of the bathroom and walked up, and I'm like, I'm gonna sit right here.
Yeah.
And everything between you walking in and you saying, I sit right here, blank.
No, blank. I don't remember any of that. Walking around the thing, doing the stretching, shaking my head, touching. I did this thing where I'm touching my face like this. I don't know what this was about. Like I'm trying to mind meld with myself. What the fuck? I don't remember any of that, bro.
Ooh,
So I had to put that in there. I don't know.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Wow.
Okay, I got 2 more pieces.
All right. Wow.
Okay, so here Kevin said he saw a moving shadow on the ceiling.
When he was walking in, Kevin says, am I the only one that saw the moving shadow on the ceiling? She's all to get you. I think she's asking if you done in there.
Yeah. Not
In the
just in that room. I think in general, she wants to know if I'm done.
Yeah. Well, Dave,
no, there was definitely something moving back there. Or you're talking in this room.
I think he's talking about in this room. My EMF just went off. That's weird. My phone's not moving at all. My EMF just went off. Like something came by. What's up, Brian? Come say hi. Headache?
Yeah. Right above my eyes. That's interesting.
This is beer number 7.
Got some good stuff. And it was so funny because, I was going through the cabinets and
Say father?
grandmother.
Grandmother.
Hopefully mine. Hopefully my granny's here. But I was going over toward the occult cabinet and then your ghost tube said stay.
Yeah.
I just passed that one cabinet.
Yeah.
Which had the lady's ID card, which kind of caught my eye.
Zachary.
Said coffin and then Zachary.
Now remember that.
Dude in the picture.
Okay, I had the picture.
Grandmother.
Neil.
I had Neil. I had the picture of the dude in the coffin. I don't know what his name was.
Maybe it was Zachary.
Maybe.
So
Brother.
so yeah, that was when I'd gone into the other room and I was just kind of,
Yeah.
surveying with the phone for EMF and stuff.
Yeah.
And then your ghost tube said stay, and I stopped at this one thing, and there was this ID card for some
Yes.
lady.
Yeah.
And I got an EMF hit off of it
Yep. I
and a
remember that.
proximity alert. And I was like, okay, whoa, that was trippy. But I brought that piece up because of the what you said when it said coffin and Zachariah.
Yeah.
Now I had an old picture of the dude in the coffin
Yes.
in the box.
Yep.
But there was also a picture in the cabinet, in the occult cabinet.
Buried.
Okay. I think
That
I
was a bunch of people standing around a coffin.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember that one.
Her.
So that leads to the last piece. This is the longest piece. It's 6 minutes, but it basically encompasses
Revolting.
most of what we did with the occult cabinet and what we saw.
Oh God.
Okay, so here we go.
I can't see anything typing right now because I'm on and everything's really small. So
Another skull.
another skull, little Buddha. Now this thing
That
is
book.
what I got the proximity hit from. This fortune teller, and this I get the impression I don't want to touch it.
What is that? The book?
Yeah, this book right here.
Yeah. What does that say?
It says fortune teller puts pep in parties.
It smells.
Interesting.
And there's
Is
a
that
frame
the
there.
little
Now,
stuff that you were talking about?
this is that little box that I was telling you about. Little
Oh,
skull on top of it.
This
But there are these
was
little
way-
drawers here. Okay, you gotta.
creepy ass dolls in front of
Purgatory.
purgatory. It says, Dave. It says
Right.
purgatory.
That's good. Okay, so I'm gonna move this little doll. And I've never opened these drawers before, so I don't know what's inside.
And it
Not.
sounded like the owner didn't either.
No. Okay, so we got coins in the top.
Oh, coins.
Coin. I can't make it out.
It's crazy. The owner didn't know.
Drawer
what
number
was-
2 is empty. Ooh, I got
Who? Actually gave me a
Something
little
off of
chill when you opened that.
that gave me a chill. There's nothing in it, but it gave me a chill when I opened it.
That gave me a chill when you opened it. You opened it up, but like back of my hair just started standing up. I was like, oof.
Right, I felt like something ran up my arm. You know, like if somebody runs their fingers up your arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It says Donna. It
That's-
says Donna.
That's what it felt like. Oh, that's empty too.
What is up
So
with
that was
that
it. Just a couple
darkness
coins
right-
in there. But yeah, there was, God, that middle drawer really
Leave me alone.
bugged me.
Foolish.
The whole area should be
Yeah.
lit up.
And that is an actual bat.
An actual
see it?
bat? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's an actual dead bat.
Wow.
Okay, let me put everything
Look how lit
back
up.
the way I found
Here.
it because somebody's telling me that I need to put everything back.
Yeah. It said over here.
Yeah, I was being
Respect.
told to put
Respect, Dave. Respect. That's what it says.
and yours got your tube said respect.
I'm showing absolute respect. So this is the bottom shelf.
No.
No.
The mystic eye
It's
sees
still
all
saying-
and knows all. There's a little mask here that's got me
That's
a
a
little
creepy
creeped
one.
out. That's nice.
Good
Check
night,
that
Erica.
out.
Erica says
Good night, Erica. I don't know why there's a painting of a waterfall in the occult section, but
I wonder where the waterfall is at.
I don't
Where
know.
that painting.
Okay, I'm closing the cabinet. Then we got some more stuff down here at the bottom. That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, like witch's cauldron with witches around it.
Yeah. There's a picture here. Some kind of tree.
I can't talk.
I don't know what the little box with a star and a moon on it. This little
There it is. Check that out.
picture is really odd. Like picture of a dead dude in a coffin and a bunch of people standing around it.
Huh.
Someone's telling me to open this
Simon.
cupboard, and I've never done that before. Ooh.
Oh, I got that chill again, Dave.
Right?
Yeah.
There's nothing in here.
It's all black.
It is black.
I think I get the impression that there was something in here before
Wound.
that was taken out.
I wonder what was in there.
I don't know. It's like there's energy, but it's like, I don't know if it was a book. I get the impression there was a book. A little platter
Not a
behind it. There was something in here. It's almost like like how you don't have a coaster on your coffee table, but you put a cup there and you lift the cup up and there's a ring. That's what I'm getting.
Yep.
There's like an impression. So something was there in this cupboard. And I feel like something's choking me right now.
Oh, time to back up.
Yep. I'm gonna move back. Nothing but respect. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't like that.
no, I didn't like that at all. Okay. That was the occult cabinet.
And
I still get a chill when you open up that cabinet.
Yeah, bro, I've got goosebumps right now.
That
Again,
Dana.
there was a lot to unpack, and the book. I didn't remember the book at all until I rewatched this video, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, I knew that I shouldn't touch that book. There was something with that
There's
book."
3.
there's 3, Dave. There's 3.
There's 3, and I'm gonna say there's 3. There's the book, the middle drawer of that chest, and the cabinet underneath. Those were the 3 things that were, and it was weird because there was nothing in that second drawer, but something felt like it came out of it.
Yeah, and it was a shadow just sitting there.
Yeah.
Like everything else around it. Like
You could see the cabinet, and then there was a
here-
shadow.
here's a bunch of stuff. Here's a shadow, and then here's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And you could go everywhere else to be illuminated, but you went back to that. And again, here's a bunch of stuff. Here's the shadow. Here's a bunch of stuff. And it didn't
Yeah.
matter where you moved the phone over there. That place stayed shadow.
Yeah. And I literally, there was like, I pulled the drawer and something went like that up my arm.
And I swear to God, when you open that cabinet, something came out. There was
Yeah, it was just, it was darker than dark. in that
yeah,
cabinet.
darker, definitely darker than what it should have been.
Yeah. That was crazy, bro. That was crazy. And then I want to touch on that.
Vincent.
Not on Vincent, but on that transistor radio
Yes.
that got a tremendous, I mean, like buried the needle EMF.
Yeah, during your pre-show walkthrough.
Yeah.
Man.
That was a amazing EMF hit that was coming through on that.
Yeah.
And then turn around and bring it to the after show, the show after this.
Yeah.
When we did the haunted objects show. And again, your EMF is just buried when you bring it around it. And then you get the vision. It was a sad moment at the same time. It was a good moment.
Yeah.
It was so, I guess, surreal would be the word I'm looking for.
It's the only word I can think of.
You have this vision of listening to baseball, right? If I remember right.
Yeah, it was weird because I had the vision, I was watching the game, but there was no sound. And the object was a radio that wouldn't have had a picture.
Yeah.
So it was really weird. And the game was like, I don't know, from the 20s or 30s, might have even been the 50s. It was really old.
Yeah.
And once I talked about it, then the EMF reading on the radio was gone.
Yeah, that was weird. You talk about what you saw and everything, and it was like this release. Like I said, it was a sad and good moment at the same time. A real surreal moment. And then you could put your phone on that radio and not get a EMF hit off of it anymore.
Yeah.
There was nothing coming from it.
It was completely off. Like there was nothing.
There was nothing there. It was
like whatever attachment was there had
somehow it got passed on when you talked about the vision of it and talked about what you saw.
Yeah.
It like had that final piece. And so it was like a sad and good moment at the same time. It was like it was sad because you realize there was something trapped with it, but yet it was a good moment because it got released just by talking about it.
Yeah.
Just by talking about what you saw in the vision and it was just gone. And I can't explain it because I felt the emotional impact of that moment. And I saw the impact of that moment. And then I saw the what's the word I'm looking for? The aftermath of that moment of now there's nothing coming from the radio.
Yeah. So, I mean, and this is what I've in the past when I have passed spirits on, this is how I do it. And it's by telling their story or telling something what they want me to tell. What do they want me to talk about? There was one at a cemetery who just maybe he was murdered, but I'm standing there and we're at a funeral for someone in my wife's family, and I'm nodding my head and I'm trying to be as subtle about this as I can because I'm getting these images from this ghost, and my nephew walks up and goes, "Uncle, what's going on?" I'm like, "There's a ghost. His name's Ray, and he's standing over there, and he's like, he wants me to come over there. He wants to talk to me." And he's like, "Really?" So I walk over there. I go and talk to him. And basically he was just like, if you see my kids, can you tell them to come? Was basically what it was. They haven't seen me. I haven't seen them in a while. Can you have them come see me? And I said, sure. If I see them, I said, I don't know who your kids are, but if I see them, if I get that feeling, then I'll tell them to go see their dad. And that was it. And he was gone.
Yeah.
And
Imagine
then literally I'm
watch
standing in front of the grave. I look down and the name on the grave is Raymond.
imagine being in a store one day, and I know where you're at,
Yeah.
and you just get this feeling, and you walk up to someone and say, "You need to go visit your dad," because it could very well happen visiting over there. You can be in Safeway and all of a sudden be like, "Hey, you need to go visit your dad," because
Just-
I know how you work, and I know you'll get that feeling, and I know you'll go tell them.
I will. And I have.
Yeah,
And different situations. Like,
yeah.
I walked up to someone and said, that was just like it was like a friend of a friend, and I shook hands with him and I looked at him and I'm like, you need to go to the doctor. And he was like, what? And I'm like, I don't want you to, don't be alarmed. Just go to the doctor and get checked.
Yeah.
A week later, he found out he had testicular cancer.
Worship. Don't.
Don't worship.
Okay. No,
But
I'm
stuff
I'm
like that. Like
I'm
I felt something from a friend of mine and he died of a heart attack 2 days later. And I was like, damn it. And I didn't tell him. And I kick myself to this day because I didn't tell him. I'm like, you know what? I don't care if you think I'm
crazy
I
or
don't care if I'm
whatever.
crazy. I don't care if you think I'm crazy. I'm just
Tell
I'm
him.
going to tell you what I feel, and then you do with it what you want.
What I hate, and I know we're off subject here, but it just is when I'm walking down a store, down an aisle, and I walk by someone, and all of a sudden it feels like someone jumps on my back. Because unlike you, I don't see. I
No,
can
you
feel.
feel.
I feel, and I'm a magnet
Let
for it.
me show you.
And it literally feels. But then you turn around and you watch the person skipping down the aisle because they feel like their weight has been lifted off their shoulder.
Dice.
Right,
And
because it jumped
and
onto
then
you.
yeah, and then
I'm
what do
close.
I do? I can't give it back.
Walk by, tag, you're it.
You know, I and this is gonna sound weird. This is where I appreciate Top Hat though,
Yeah.
because I come home and that weight goes away.
Yeah. No, because Top Hat, you're nobody else's meat but his.
Either that or he's eating them.
Well, like I said, no, this isn't yours. This is mine.
Oh, ooh, daddy brought home a treat, you know.
Oh,
You know,
oh boy, lunch,
it's bad.
road
But
snacks. Um,
that was a surreal moment. I
yeah,
really do
it
appreciate
was.
that.
That was a moment.
I
Yeah, those
appreciate
were some of the artifacts that are in the antique shop.
it's
Actual pictures from the antique shop.
yeah. That Air Force jacket that you had. Oh,
Yeah.
that was popping up. That was great too.
That was a cool thing because the guy who wore that jacket actually worked in there as in the butcher shop when he was a
Yeah.
kid.
Yep.
Disrespectful.
Oh, I'm
That
sorry. I wasn't trying to be.
that was that was a cool moment. That was really cool.
Well, you ready to give this place a score for the first time ever, Dave?
Yeah, let's give this a score for the first time ever, bro.
So
This
the
is the place.
residual of Village Antiques.
I think there's some residual in here.
I've definitely some residual happening here. And just thinking about the whole show, I know we showed you guys quite a few clips tonight, but thinking about the whole show and what was happening to the show, the responses we were getting on the ghost tubes, and everything. I think the residual here, I'd probably put it around a 7 or an 8.
Yeah. I was gonna go 6 or 7. So
7 it is.
let's go 7. There's definitely something intelligent here.
Definitely something intelligent there.
There's definitely something that's non-human.
Yeah. The intelligent
There's
factor, I
non-human. So there's definitely at least one non-human entity. There were at least 2, possibly 3 intelligent.
yes. Yes. I I mean, there's definitely multiple different intelligent
Yeah.
entities in this place.
You know what? I think I'm thinking about stuff, and I think I want to change the residual to an 8.
He told me.
You're gonna pop it up to an 8?
Yeah.
I think the intelligent here is where I'm sitting at a 7.
I'm not sure how.
Yeah. I agree. Because I was thinking that same thing. Because I was like, yeah, I think I'm at a 7 with intelligent, and then I went, but the residual was higher.
Yeah.
So that's
Idiotic.
why I wanted to change it.
So poltergeist activity, there's definitely poltergeist activity. You got the knocks on the window.
Yeah. I
There's
got the knocks on the window. I was definitely touched.
touched.
There were I didn't see any moved objects or anything
No,
like that.
no, didn't see anything like that.
So, but our equipment was being messed with,
Oh man, the equipment malfunctions.
and it did it twice during
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah, we had a reset twice on that show. So I think I'm gonna put the poltergeist at a 5.
I think a 5 is good, bro. I'm down for that. Non-human. I think there's absolutely something non-human. At least one.
I think there's more than one.
I think there's more than one too.
I think the thing that was on you and the thing that was in that back hallway thing over there at the end of the aisle are 2 different things.
Yeah.
Hug.
Um,
Oh, thanks.
it's possible there's more than one shadow figure. I'm not sure. But the non-human factor here was definitely worrisome during the show.
Yeah.
Um,
There's, I think okay. I think there's something demonic,
and there's something non-human.
and there's something elemental, something Native American.
So I think I'm sitting around a 7 on the non-human scale here.
I'm good. I'm good with a 7, bro.
Now the history
I
is
told
good,
her.
and we talked a little bit about the history even on one of those clips of how old this location is and the different things it's been. The history here is actually really good
Not bad for
for a little antique shop. The history is actually really good. Is it?
yeah, and you got to count the history of the objects too.
And then you have all the history with all the antiques that are in there, the stories that are behind them. I think the history is pretty good. I'm I'm not a 9 or a 10 here. I'm not a 9 or a 10, but I do like the history. I think
No,
I'm sitting at a 7 or 8 on the history.
yeah, I think a 7. I'm kind of good with a 7 there.
All right, let's throw a 7 in there.
But I mean we said this the stuff goes back to 1850
Yeah.
and goes up to World War II.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm good with a 7 here, bro. Manifestations. So I
Multiple times faces were seen inside the shadow.
yeah. And multiple shadows.
And multiple shadows.
Multiple shadows, multiple faces.
People saw stuff crawling on the wall, on the ceiling.
Yeah. I didn't get to see any apparitions. I didn't see any orbs.
No.
Um,
I'm gonna say 6.
I'm good with a 6, bro. It's not bad. There was definite audio.
There was definitely
audio. We got growls.
Yeah.
And we gotta consider what the ghost tubes were saying.
Yeah. The tapping on the wall, the tapping on the
Tapping on the
window,
glass, the footsteps,
footsteps,
Hate.
the
hate.
What?
No, that'd be feels.
yeah.
The audio is decent. The audio is decent. It's again, it's a
That's
high.
I think it's one of my favorites. I think this is probably 8 or 9.
I was thinking 8. I was thinking right around 8.
Yes.
Yes, I could hold an 8. Feels. Okay.
Multiple touches.
I'm just gonna say, yeah, I was physically touched multiple times. I felt like I was having a heart attack. I felt unfocused. I was intimidated. I was stalked.
I felt something.
You felt something. You weren't even there. And you
So
felt something from the cabinet, from the box. I felt stuff from that. I mean, I was there, so I'm a little biased, but I'm at a 10.
I was gonna say 9. I was gonna say 9. That's where I was gonna go. I was thinking about the touching, the feelings.
Castle.
I was sitting at about 9, but if you were there, you definitely had more of the experience than I did. But the fact that I felt something without being there, I could see why a 10 would be warranted here, and I'll go 10. I'll go 10.
Okay.
Objects. Now, no objects that I can think
Okay.
of were
I've got to go
moved
because most of the residual and stuff is coming from an object. So these are
from
attached objects
yes.
that are there. So there are a lot of attached objects that are there.
Yeah,
So
I might
I've got to lay claim to that. We also have to talk about our computer malfunctions and the other stuff with the physical touching. So I'm actually higher than our poltergeist level.
I was thinking I was gonna go 7 on the objects.
Yeah, I'm down for that because I was like, I think it's at least 2 points. So 7's good. Okay. The danger level.
I'm a little biased on the danger
It's
level
not for you.
after seeing what happened of your loss of time movement.
Yeah. That concerns me, bro. I wasn't
And so
aware of this.
I'm at a 10. You touched them multiple times.
I
You're
was
breathing down
affected. I
your neck,
wasn't, and I had pains in my chest.
and then there was a lost time moment.
Yeah. I don't know if I was
O
possessed. I don't think I was possessed.
oppression, possession, one of the 2 type
Something
things.
I was affected, and it was like I went outside, I got air. I remember that. I came in, I went to the bathroom, and I came out, turned off the light, and then that's the last thing I remember before
Insane.
coming in, and I saw that you weren't sitting there, and I said, "Okay, I'm gonna sit," and I sat. So there was
I'm coming.
like 2 or
So
3 minutes there where
yeah, it was a
I
good
almost want
time.
to play it again, but there's like 2 or 3 minutes there where I was just I'm doing this weird stuff and I'm breathing weird
Dude,
and
your whole body language is weird, like, the way
I'm moving my body like I'm getting used to something, like
your
I'm getting used to being in it.
your facial expressions were weird. Your eyes were glazed over. It was
Yeah,
definitely a weird moment.
it was weird.
And
It was weird.
I'm and like I said, I'm biased here because my buddy got attacked in multiple different ways. I'm gonna put the danger level at a 10. And like I said, that's
Okay. I mean, I'll go with that because I'm biased. The only thing is I wasn't, I
weren't
mean,
thrown across the
no,
room.
I
You weren't
felt like I
scared.
was in danger. That second hour was the worst.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
I
being
actually,
attacked with pain and without.
I was, I was like, it was the third hour was better for
Yeah.
me. And we went to the occult cabinet.
Yeah.
Once I was like, fuck it. I turned that protection shield off and I said, fuck it. I'm not. And then I felt better
Hiding.
Yeah.
like instantly.
Yeah, it was hiding in that occult cabinet. I agree.
Yeah.
I'm at 10. I'm at 10 here. I
Okay.
think that place is dangerous.
All right. That's interesting. Okay. So going back to, when we did this
Sailor.
and we scored it with our old scoring system,
Yeah.
we said 70% haunted, or I said 70% haunted.
Yeah.
And danger maybe 40%.
Yes.
With the lowdown scoring system, Village Antiques gets a 75.
Wow.
I'm coming. Here.
Well, that's weird. Yours said I'm coming, and mine said it's here.
Wow.
That's not a bad score, bro.
Yeah, that's a really good score. And like I said, there might be a little bias in there because this was our on location investigation.
It was the stuff
So,
that we felt it, and I mean, yeah, I was at the location, but we were both there,
yeah.
and the people in the chat were getting stuff too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I thought that was amazing. That was a great thing, bro. I really had fun with that. And this is something, like I said,
Dana.
that's the third time I've gotten Dana, and all I'm thinking is Newkirk.
Yeah. Which is interesting. So here's a question for you, Dave, especially since you were there. Was this a place for a paranormal experience, or is this place haunted?
I gotta say haunted, bro. I think I think it's haunted. I mean, originally I would have been like, okay, it's a lot of residual and stuff from the objects. I was expecting this to be just an active location for a paranormal experience.
Yeah. I think
But
it's a little
after actually being there, it's haunted. Not fucking haunted, but it's haunted.
it's haunted, yeah.
Yeah. It's not an FH, but it's a haunted. It's a
It is
H.
capital H. Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with you. I believe this place is haunted. I believe there is a danger level to being there especially being there for too long.
Yes.
So you have to be wary of that. And yeah, this place
I was there for 8 hours or 9 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, just wearing down the veil.
Oh, it wore me down, bro. I was I had a migraine the next day like you wouldn't believe.
I was like
I was
2 days
down.
you were down with a migraine. Because I remember talking to you afterwards. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, folks,
No, I mean,
that is a look back at Village Antiques. Like I said, it's a very special episode for us. It's our first one that we ever did a on-site location for. Dave was the guinea pig, unfortunately. Hope you guys enjoyed the discussion and got some knowledge about Village Antiques. Again, if you're ever in Three Rivers, California, take a look at Village Antiques. Go check them out. It's a great antique store. I just don't recommend you staying there for 4 to 8 hours.
you might want to consult me if you want to buy something from there.
Yeah. But yeah,
be careful.
Yeah, be careful. That's our show for tonight. And Dave, I think it's time we skedaddle.
All right, let's make like horse shit and hit the trail.
Yeah.
You guys, thanks so much for watching another look back episode on Spirits with Spirits. We will see you next time.
Have a great night, everybody. Spirits with Spirits.